Can money actually make you happy? Now, money has actually made me a lot happier. I know you guys have probably heard a ton of times a lot of different people say, oh, money doesn't create happiness. If you make more money, you're not going to be happier. And I don't necessarily agree with that. Now, there's a lot of things that, yeah, money can't fix. If you're depressed over some situation, or let's just say you feel lonely, or you're just depressed in general or anxious, money might not fix those. But so many times, so many people will either be depressed or sad or stressed out due to money. And there's actually studies on this. There was just a big one in, I believe it was Britain, saying, yes, the people who report that they have a greater well-being generally are more well off. Now, obviously, that's not saying the richest person's going to be happier than the poorest person and so on and everything in between there. That's not what that was saying. It's saying that a lot of stress does come from money-related issues, whether you have to afford a house or let's say you have medical bills. If you have medical bills and you can't really afford them, is money going to make you happier then? Yes. It might not be a direct happiness where the more money you make, the happier you are. It might not be like that. I don't think it's like that. And there is a time where making money can be a negative thing, and I'll get to that a little later in this video. But when it comes down to it, money has made me happier. Now, the main reason for this is just the freedom it brought me. And I know you guys probably understand that. A lot of you are trying to do different things online, start up your own business, just make more money. And the reason being is you want freedom. You either want to get away from a job you don't like. You want to spend more time with your family or friends. You want to go travel and do different things. Maybe you just want to sit around and do nothing. It depends on who you are. But that freedom, for me especially, I'm pretty OCD. I like being in my own house. I don't want anyone else there when I'm working, when I'm doing things. Later on in the day is fine, but that being able to have my space and do my own thing, being able to afford my own house, not having to live with parents because I did it a lot younger, that was one of the things that made me the happiest because I had that freedom. Now, it will depend what age you are. If you're 16 or if you're 40, there's going to be different reasons you're doing it, but money can make you happier. And I know a lot of people will say, okay, well, it's not going to make you happy. Everyone's always told me it won't make me happy. Why is that? And I think for some people, it's kind of I don't want to say a cop-out, but a cop-out because they know they're not going to make that kind of money. So they don't want to say that, yeah, I could be happier if I made more money, but I know I'm not going to, and I'd have to put in a lot of work and do this, and it might not work. So it's easier for me to justify saying money won't make me happy because I know I'm not going to make more money. So I think that's one reason, but money can't be a Band-Aid. You can't just slap a dollar bill over an issue you have if you have relationship issues or if you're just, like I said, depressed or anxious in general. Money won't fix that unless it's already a issue that is caused by money. For me, this is going to sound pretty bad, but for me, I was kind of insecure and money made me feel less insecure. Now, that's going to come off as, so you have issues and you're covering up with money. And no, it's more so money taught me how to have that confidence. At first, it was kind of like a fake confidence because I had it. It wasn't like showing off, but I just felt better about myself because I felt like I achieved something that I always wanted to, and that was my goal. And my confidence kind of built off of that. So that helped me a lot. And also, technically, money gave me a purpose. And it's not that I work for the money. Yes, that's a great benefit. Yes, I can get things like Lamborghinis or a house or a watch or whatever it is. And those are all things I do enjoy and I love. But it gave me that overall freedom that I wanted. And it helped me build confidence. And it's funny because I was always very quiet, very shy, and I'm still on the quieter side. But having money now, it made me more outgoing because it gave me that confidence. And of course, on the surface, that's not a good thing right away, but it helped me build that from faking confidence at first to actually having it. And that's one of the biggest things, one of the biggest ways money has made me happy because it allowed me to have that confidence to go out and talk to more people, be more social. Because I was the kid in high school that had no friends. I ate in the bathroom. I did nothing. I would sit inside, play video games. But once I got that confidence from having money, then that is when I started being happier. Now, if you took all my money away, I would still have that same confidence because I've learned a lot about that confidence. That's not about the money. It's about kind of yourself, where you have value, what you can do, kind of who you are as a person. So that helps a lot with that. So even if you took that money away, that confidence would still be there. Now, let's get to the things. So if you want a car, my original goal, reason I wanted to make money was I wanted a Lamborghini. Now, one of the things that I try and explain to people, and it's very, very hard to understand if you haven't been there yet. Sorry, notification. If you haven't been there yet, is you don't need to buy things to be happy, obviously. A lot of the times, once let's say you bought your first car that you wanted, like you wanted a Lamborghini or Ferrari or McLaren, whatever it is, or your house. Once you're able to purchase that, you don't really want to. So what I'm trying to say is, when you have money, all you really wanted was the ability to go and purchase something. And a lot of times you'll be satisfied with that. You won't have to actually go buy the thing. You could say, yeah, I could go buy a $1 million house. I know I could. But do I need to? Do I want to? Usually that will change with a lot of people. Maybe not on the first car you get or the first house, but just having the ability to do something is what a lot of people crave, and they don't know. They think they want the actual thing. And I think that's what a lot of people get mistaken with, being like materialistic and saying that money can make you happy if you buy this or buy that. And I don't think it's buying things that's going to make you happy. It's being able to do what you want, and that's like a part of freedom. You don't have to actually buy the thing. Yeah, I could go buy a $100,000 watch. That'd be dumb on my part, but I have the ability to. So I'm satisfied enough with that. I don't need to actually go do that, and I can feel happy with that. And I think that's pretty much freedom. I can do what I want, but that's monetarily or getting things I want. And I think that's just part of freedom in general. But I do think if you are making more money isn't going to make you more depressed, unless there's only one thing that I can think of. And I see a lot of people that have become successful recently struggling with this, especially ones I talk to, different entrepreneurs online, different things, is their whole life, all their work was aimed at making money. And once they achieve that, they're like, well, what do I do now? I don't know what to do. I kind of achieved what I wanted to do. And let's say you're 25 or 20 even. I just achieved what I was trying to do, and I thought it would take longer. What do I do next? And that's usually when people are focused on money. If your goal is money and then you make money, you're like, where's my purpose now? What do I go do? I don't know what to do. And that's why I see a lot of people struggling with. That's why you have to enjoy what you're doing and have goals and things you want to work towards once you do make money, because that's just the start. If you want to keep the money, you do have to keep working. But for me, it's not about I'd work even if I made no money because I enjoy what I'm doing. And it's like a game. I like seeing the progress, trying to achieve new things, push the boundaries. And that's just what I enjoy doing. So that's why sometimes I'll stop doing things even if they're making me money if I'm not enjoying them. That's why I took a little break from YouTube. So it's just different things like that. And it really comes down to personal preference. And one last thing is, one of the things you can do, one of my favorite things, if you do have money, one of the things that brings me the greatest joy is being able to do things for other people. For example, I was able to buy my mom a car when she had an old one and they couldn't really afford a new one. So being able to do things for other people, I was able to give someone $2,000 to help them with their situation, get out of a bad situation, and start moving forward. Even if it's tipping $100 at a restaurant, whatever it is, money makes things a lot easier. Yes, you can give your time. You don't have to have money to give back, but money is what a lot of people need to start moving forward. If they're in bad situations, obviously it's not going to fix it, but it can help a lot of people, especially if you want to help someone buy a car, even buy a house, pay off debt. It can be a little thing. Buy someone a nicer present because you think they deserve it. There's so many different things you can do with money, and it can make you happier. It's not going to solve your issues. You can't use it as a Band-Aid. But in general, especially if you have stress from, I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford my mortgage, or gas prices just went up, I'm stressing out. If you're stressing out about gas prices going up, you need to do something about your income. And a lot of times, it doesn't even have to be making more money. It can be knowing how to use and save the money you have now and lower your expenses and live below your means. So You don't have to be wealthy to be happy. People can be happy making $30,000 a year if they're surviving off that, doing what they love. You don't have to make a lot of money to be happy. Some people enjoy the things, the cars, the watches, the houses, whatever it is. Some people just want to travel. And at the end of the day, all money is it allows you to do pretty much whatever you want to do and gives you that ultimate freedom. And that should be, I think, the goal of everyone. It shouldn't be, I want to make this dollar amount. Yes, that's a cool goal. It's nice to have like a monetary goal. I have those. But it should be, I want to be able to do whatever I want. I want to be able to go travel if I want to. I want to be able to stop working for a week. I want to be able to buy my girlfriend a nice present, whatever it is. So, can money make you happy? Yes, it made me happier. Can it make you depressed? Yeah, if that's your only goal and you reach it and then you're like, what do I do next? That's a hard one when you don't know what your purpose is. And I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to that. Not as much, oh, I made the money, what do I do now? But struggling to find your purpose. Imagine if you think you found your purpose, you succeed at it, and let's say you're 25 and you're like, shit, what do I do now? I did it. Is my life over now? What do I do? People would be like, oh, do whatever you want. Well, I don't know what I want to do. It's like starting over. So hope you guys got some value out of this. If you guys can relate, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. If you agree with me, if you disagree, and your take on this. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Uploading more soon. Gonna start doing multiple videos a week, so watch out for those.